Game week continues to truck along for Indiana State as they gear up for top 25 Tennessee this weekend. I didn't have to waste much time asking the Indiana State coordinators to expand on what they saw from Tennessee on film Monday night.
Size and speed and the number of them. I mean, obviously, they're very talented. They've had great recruiting classes. Butch and I know each other pretty well. Obviously, we got a familiarity with Brady Hoke being there. They're going to recruit, and they've always recruited. When we were at Michigan, we recruited against them for a lot of the same kids, and a lot of those guys are their big-time players right now.
I mean, obviously, the big thing that stands out is they're big, they're fast, they're strong, they're physical, playmakers all over the field. I think that. I know that the quarterback obviously is a guy that we weren't real sure who it was going to be. Thought we might see a couple different guys last night. Still may see a couple different guys this weekend. But obviously he was impressive. I mean, he shows the ability to make every throw on the field. Looks like he runs our offense very well. Looked very poised, obviously, as they got down in the second half, and they were able to come back. And it's a big time win for him.
Georgia Tech ran up, down, around, and through, and up, down, around, and through Tennessee again for 535 yards total rushing on Labor Day night. Big assist to the complex triple option the Yellow Jackets run. But despite the challenging Georgia Tech offense and Tennessee tweaking some regular things they do on defense, there was still plenty to learn from in the Volunteers game Monday night to offensive coordinator Jeff Hecklinski.
Coach Shoup was at Penn State when we were at Michigan. And, that Penn State defense was always one of the toughest defenses, but they were really tough when he was coaching and never quit. Obviously, with Brady, the one thing about Brady, those guys are going to play 60 minutes as hard as they can, and they're going to play together, and they did that. They really did. And so I think the combination, and then with the other coaches that are there, but I think with the combination of Brady and Coach Shoup, you can tell it really had a very it was almost like they put their signature right on it.
Last week was more than a marginal step forward for this Sycamore defense under the new 4-3 scheme. 5 sacks generated by Indiana State, the most in the FCS opening weekend, and also the highest for ISU in a game since 2013. Even with multiple positives to point to, for Coach Wilson, it comes down to what it takes to win at the end.
We appreciated how they handled every situation they were thrown into in the second half, especially. I mean, a couple sudden change, a couple short fields. I thought that those guys, they did the things necessary for 58 minutes to give us a chance to win the football game. There comes a point in time in every single game where nothing up to that point matters, and that was that point in time. It was 8 seconds to go in the game, and at that point it didn't matter how well or how bad you had played. You had to get a stop, and you had to hold on for 8 seconds, and unfortunately we weren't able to get that done, so hopefully we learn from that.
Coach Mallory told his team after practice about the old cliche, teams make the biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2. So despite going down and winning the football game on Saturday, what will be the measuring stick for the Sycamore coordinators?
Competition and how we compete, how tough and physical we play. We're trying to develop an attitude of toughness. We're trying to develop a demeanor and a mindset for how we play. And so if we do that on Saturday, if we come out of Saturday knowing if we can at least let Tennessee know who hit them, then I think we're making strides.
Every single week you're trying to get better as a football team. You're never satisfied. There's always things you need to work on, whether it's situationally, whether it's fundamentals, techniques. I think that those guys understand that, and that's going to be our focus every week. Even if we hang on and we finish and we win the game, there's still things that we know that we're going to need to improve to get better, to get where we want to go. And I think that has to be your focus every single day and every single week, is to get better as an individual, to get better as a unit, to get better as a football team.
Our coverage on Sycamore football never slows down. We'll be back at it tomorrow before our travel day down to Knoxville on Friday. For more on Sycamore football, stay right here at GoSycamores.com.